You're right, guys. So the links have been sent out. So let's just wait for some people to join us, and then we can dive straight into it. Welcome back to the stream. Um, yeah, got some price movement. Obviously, this morning we saw a nice push down in price. Seeing a slight rebound, very weak volume on the rebound. Obviously, we're 14 minutes away from this New York Open, so we should see some volume coming in. Hopefully, structure making a move back up in price. That would be fantastic. So yeah, let's see what we can get from today. Yeah, I mean, prior to the London Open, obviously we got that push down in price, and then we kind of just got a very slow rebound back up in price. So the signal that we sent out this morning was ZIL. And we did say obviously we'll be adding margin as it pushed up higher. So we are adding margin now to those trades. So yeah, let's see if we can get a nice turnaround here. Like I said, it's been a very low volume, push back up in price, so we should see a continuation back down over the session, hopefully. In terms of structure, everything like that, I mean, we haven't really got anything brewing up, so or anything that's changed, shall I say? So no need to really go through that right now. Anyone that's just joining us, welcome. So we're about 10 minutes away from this open. So let's see what we can get here. Hopefully we can get a nice move and a continuation back down. Yeah, very weak buy side coming in. So starting to slightly turn around here, showing a bit of side weakness. So yeah, let's see if it can continue into this open. there really hasn't been any advancements on any news, anything like that. This week is pretty muted, except for Friday, really, where we get US PPI. That's kind of your main one for this week. So yeah, we got a pretty free running week so far. So it's really next week where you get the all important CPI, and I think the interest rate decision is the following day. So let me just have a little look. I might be wrong. So we've got CPI on the 13th. Yeah, and we actually do get the interest rate decision literally the following day. So yeah, next week is a very, very, very big week for markets. That's for sure. Next week is going to be extremely volatile. But yeah, so today we went through our November report. So profits, losses, and another very, very large month. Over 3,000% net profit. Okay, calculate it with 20 times leverage. That's the minimum that we use on trades. Yeah, got a 65% success rate last month, which is relatively low for us. Normally we hit between 70 and 80. It was a bit of a choppy month, really kind of not much happening. So, yeah, brought it down slightly. However, we actually pulled in more profit last month compared to previous months where we actually got a better success rate. There were some massive, massive, massive trades last month. Yeah, ETHW ticker symbol made us insane amount of profit. We made 800% on just one trade. Litecoin made us a lot of profit as well. Yeah, there was some huge, huge, huge trades last month, which is always good. But yeah, bring on December. So whatever it is, yeah, go for it, share it. That is more than welcome. Go for it. Yeah, whatever you're sharing, either do it in the chat or send it privately, whatever it is. But yeah, bring on December. Our average net profit takings for the month is over 3,000%. Again, using 20 times leverage, so it's not base interest. So a lot of profit. The last 2 months, again over 3,000. So we kind of average about that every month. So it's worth seeing what we're seeing, if that makes sense. Um, right, we're about 4 minutes away from open. Hopefully, we can get some good movement. I'm having a look at it. So we got Bitcoin bounced off potential upward ascending channel. Yeah, I mean, you're not entirely wrong there. Um, yeah, I mean, the TA is yeah. The only thing is just the weakness in volume. Okay, so very, very, very weak volume. Okay, normally what you want to see is if you're um bouncing off resistance, okay, is that follow through a volume coming in. As you can see, we have got no volume, no buy side volume whatsoever. So, yeah, it just makes that zone and that support level extremely weak and easy to break out from. Seeing um, a lot more sell side coming in, especially with a certain price section that we got in that we've got. Yeah, we're looking for a quick a turnaround and a breakout of that of this support level here. But yeah, I mean, you can try out along here, see how things kind of play out. Obviously, if we stick to this support level here, then yeah, it's just going to turn around. Um, obviously you've gone long, so yeah, yeah, so is that rebounding healthy enough to long further? I wouldn't say so, mate. Again, where's the buy side volume? I've got no buy side volume whatsoever on the reaction of this support zone. There's no support behind it. It's extremely weak buy side. And what you want to be kind of seeing is, I mean, this is relatively weak here, right? But we got a spike up in volume. Look at this rebound here, spikes up in buy side volume. There is nothing to be shown in terms of buy side on this rebound, so it's just an extremely weak move here. So I mean, we're already at relatively um, strong strong resistance. Okay, previous support, now resistance. So I mean, yeah, what we're looking at is a test of one of these fibs, probably looking likely to be the point 0.5, and then for a turnaround straight back down. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of weakness in the equities markets as well. Again, which is only going to put downward pressure here on Bitcoin. So I don't imagine seeing too much more upside from this current level. Dollar index has made a push down, but as you can see, we're rebounding now as well off um, this supply zone, sorry, demand zone here. So yeah, I mean, it does look like a bottom starting to settle in on the dollar. Um, yeah, we've got PPI coming out on Friday, which is more than likely to come in stronger. That's only going to push up the dollar's value and push down risk on assets and push down crypto. So, yeah, I don't see too much more upward here. Um, Probably a very slight amount more left in it. But yeah, not much more. So anywhere between the point 0.5 and the 618 is probably a good area to get out. This, I mean, this was your first sign of weakness. Well, this one was your first real sign of weakness. This had a load of supply being dumped at this level here, and then more supply, and then just a full-on dump to the supplies to the support zone here. A very weak push up. I mean, just very, 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 very weak buy side coming in, and then we just got a very quick paced move straight down. So yeah, I'm expecting things to come right back up. They've come and tested the top of this range here. Supply dumped, and then just a continuation back down. So yeah, this does look likely to make a turnaround. Yeah, so let's see what happens. Well, this is a start, so we just got into the New York opening session. So we're seeing continuation, slight continuation, push back up. Yeah, we're only 3 minutes in, so should be looking at a turnaround. Let's have a little look at what's happening here. Listen, have a little listen to some news whilst we go further into this.
This reality inspired a series of initiatives designed to accelerate women's professional development within our operations. Discover how Aramco female researchers have been granted 352 U.S. patents and counting. Aramco, powered by how?
Changes. Now, this could be one reason on the year why Campbell's Soup, it's amazing. This stock is up sharply on the year, up more than 20%. The food index is also higher, really outperforming the broader market, the S&P 500. And what's so interesting and maybe even surprising to me, John, at this point, eating at home is far more expensive than eating out at a restaurant. The growth over the last couple of years since the pandemic, double digits, 22% for eating at home relative to restaurants. Now, this company has something also helping it out, John. It's not just soup. There's a wide variety of products, a few that I like, including Goldfish and some of their chips. I'm betting that maybe you with your sweet tooth Pepperidge Farm cookies.
Is that a recommendation?
It could be. The shortbread, pretty good.
Appreciate it. Avi, thank you. The stock is up by more than 4%. Look at the market right now, basically unchanged on the S&P. The Nasdaq down by almost 1/10 of 1%. You know the year ahead outlooks, don't you? Investors seeing a challenging year ahead, making the case for defensives. We are still quite defensive.
Really focusing on more defensive positioning.
Thinking about ways to keep exposure, but with a slightly more defensive tilt.
Which means staples, healthcare, non-energy use.
Healthcare really exemplifies a resilient sector.
Healthcare and that part of the market makes a great deal of sense to me.
When it comes to recessions, healthcare is resilient.
Tony was making a really good point.
You kind of have the trifecta: better long-term prospects, good and slightly better recessionary prospects, and better valuations.
High-quality defensive stocks could actually, do pretty well in this environment.
That's the outlook. You know it well. On the S&P 500, where we are right now, about 4K, is where Bank of America sees 23 ending. So Venus is reminding expecting to nowhere and writing the following. The S&P 500 year-end 23 target, 4,000 on 200 EPS. Near-term pain for EPS cuts is likely, but focus on the marathon. We see a potential bottom in the first half. 22 is all about the Fed. 23 is all about the economy. Savita, I'm pleased to say, joins us right now. Savita, is that how you describe it? A bumpy road to nowhere?
Well, I mean, I think the probability of ending the year at exactly 4,000 is low, and point-in-time targets are somewhat ridiculous, but I do think that we are going to go down.
Right, finding a little bit of resistance. Yeah, we're going to get some sort of turnaround. Just let the markets warm up a bit. And then, yeah, hopefully we can get some volume being dumped here.
Makes sense at this point because I think the market is looking through the most widely telegraphed recession ever. I think that having some exposure to CapEx plays, to cyclicals in the form of energy, financials, to me makes a lot of sense because I don't see demand for energy going away and I don't see supply coming back online aggressively. Financials could benefit from, a kind of a recession. It could do better in a recession because it's a higher quality sector, but could actually benefit from easing credit conditions. I think we need to look at the market differently. We need to look at this recession differently. This is not the typical recession. In fact, a whole section in our year-end report was dedicated to the idea that this is not your mom and dad's recession. This is going to be different. And the reason it's going to be different is that we've still got inflation. We've got a Fed that is fighting inflation more aggressively than they have needed to in a very long time. None of us in our careers have seen this type.
By the way, guys, welcome. Those are just joining us. Let's see what we can get out of this. Those that joined us this morning entered on some shorts. We're adding margin here for a turnaround. So yeah, we're just averaging in. So as you can see here, we're getting some nice volume wick on the top. So yeah, things should start turning around back down to the downside. Dollar index is kind of tapped into liquidity again at this zone. So we'll see how well it holds. If it manages to hold this level and start ramping back up, then we'll start getting some downward pressure on Bitcoin and altcoins just in general. So yeah, things are looking relatively good. We got a very relatively low period of volume on the rebound, which is a good sign that the sellers want to come in and take control. And the buyers don't really have enough liquidity to make that move all the way back up. But again, we'll see how things can develop here. What we will do is have a little look at some other trades to pop in the pipeline here for this trading session. See if anything is looking good. Not really looking at too much more upside here. So obviously we will be mostly looking for short positions. We are expecting a continuation. So we've got sushi, very brief rebound. Weak buy side. Seeing some sell side starting to ramp up ever so slightly now. So I think this one is the one that we should go for. Currently compressing in price. So let's have a little look here. I'll get it up for you all. MEXC.
I think that also the important thing to realize is that energy companies are not going to flood the market with supply like they usually do when oil prices rise. They've been smacked down by their investors so many times.
Yeah, a lot of sell side on sushi. It does look like we can move down a bit lower. So I think this is a very nice trade to take to go down. As you can see, huge amounts. We're starting to see some sell side really starting to ramp up. Obviously, we got some price compression at current levels, as you can see here. Okay, from here to here. Okay, so again, we could break out either way from here. So it could come back up and test this level of our previous support and turn it into new resistance. Okay, so that's kind of potentially the next area of resistance. But if it does break down lower, then yeah, it will be coming much lower. Obviously, we got this level here to break through and this level here. That's on the lower time frame. So let's have a little look on the high time frame, see if we can find anything it's worthwhile. As you can see, it's a huge move to the downside. We've got this order block just here, and we are just within this one. Okay, so there's some support at this level. But yeah, if we are able to break down lower, guys, we will be coming down to this next area of support on the 4 hour. So kind of the bottom 1.1. So anywhere between this level here, 1.13 and 1.1 is a good area to take profit at once we break through this previous low. So I think if let me gauge on how Bitcoin is moving. But yeah, as you can see, we're getting a whole load. Yeah, it's probably worthwhile to take this short. Let's
energy and inflation plays and underweight tech because of the performance we've seen. But I think the lesson is that investors have muscle memory of making money in tech stocks for 10 plus years, and that needs to go away. We need a full washout, and we haven't seen that yet.
All right, guys, let's take a short on sushi. And again, we are going to add margin to our most recent shorts. Sorry for the disconnection. That's all right, my man. I do apologize for how slow the stream is also. We are getting this resolved this week, so fingers crossed it'll actually be sorted tomorrow. But yeah. Did you manage, were you still connected whilst we were going through the TA of yours, or do you need us to go over it again? Right, okay, so this is the sushi signal. I'll give it to you here. So our stop loss is just up here. Again, you can place it just above this height if you wish. Normally and sometimes you can get fake out on the top, and then the structure actually turns into a smaller range. So yeah, we tend to go just above this high here just because sometimes that can happen in crypto. So yeah, sometimes it's just a little bit safer just to place it just above this setting of structure. So yeah, that's our signal. We're playing it all the way. We're not playing it all the way to the very bottom of that support zone. We're just going to play it right to the top, just so we actually get closed out of the position rather than be left in it, and then things rebound heavily. So it's just safer just place it just at the very top and be a bit more pessimistic with your targets. But yeah, 1, 2, and then once we break through here, it's kind of free reign all the way to the bottom. So yeah, let's see how things going to play out on this one. Should be a decent move, as you can see. It'll be about 5-6% from current price levels. So 20 times leverage, which is a normal amount that we use on our trades, or the minimum amount that we use on our trades. That's a nice 100%, 120%. So yeah, we can't be complaining about that. It's a very, very nice move. We are getting a bit of a turnaround here, as you can see here. Supply got dumped. Nice large sell side volume bar. So nice indication that things are going to start turning around. Starting to see the dollar kind of hold that demand zone, that support zone. So yeah, we should see at least another push.
Team coverage starts right now with Shinali Basak and Michael McKee. Shinali, first to you, fantastic job in the last 24 hours. This feels incremental to us.
Short in with Lev, 20 Sushi USDT. Let's go. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it.
Cut jobs to prepare for tougher times. It was also 2%. Back then, the headcount was 60,000 or so. Now it's more than 80,000. So if you think about over the last couple of years, just how much these firms have grown, they're still just cutting what they did pre-pandemic, which means this is not panic mode, John. This is the culling that you would see prior to a
Yeah, relatively tight stop loss, as you can see here. So yeah, the maximum we lose is 30%. The maximum that we win is just under 120, 110%. That's if we're able to break. So let's see how things kind of play out here. Ideally, we'd want to see this will be a nice quick push down here, about 50% profit. So yeah, things are looking good. As you can see, a lot of sell side coming in. So yeah, it does look like we're going to breach it.
Firing people, they have been laying people off. You also have, on the other end of things here, all those crypto firms have been falling apart, which means people who have moved for these kind of high-risk businesses don't have those options once again. So again, that gives those employers a lot of leverage here, and you do see them hiring, but you do see them starting to scale back their workforces a little bit to start to reposition for a new competitive set ahead.
Mike McKee, we've seen it in tech. Starting to see it just slowly in the financials. Is something building for you?
No, not yet. And here's why. You take a look at what's happened over previous years. Shinali hit the nail on the head. This is a very cyclical business, Wall Street. And whenever we start to see the economy slow down, you start to see hiring slow down. And you look there, the white lines are deal flow in the investment banking business, and you can see how much it's fallen off. Now, the thing is, if you look far to the right there, you still have a question about what's going to happen to hiring and overall staffing levels. Yes, they're starting to cut back, but nothing like they did in the past. And that's in part, I think, because there's real confusion, real uncertainty about what's going to happen to the economy next. The overall forecast for unemployment at the end of next year, according to economists surveyed by Bloomberg, still 4.5%. That's hardly anything compared to where we have been in the past during recessions. So do we see that go much higher? Do things slow down much more? That's what they got to figure out. Shinali mentioned tech jobs, and I'll just wrap up here by noting this. I was going to show you the number of financial services jobs in relation to total private jobs, which is the white there, and it doesn't even show up. It's so small. Red is the tech jobs. That's how many tech jobs there are compared to all private sector jobs. And so, as you can see, these two sectors are not going to have a major impact on the economy. That said, I think we have to put the caveat in there that all three of us would probably take what an investment banker makes in a bad year if they offered it to us.
And I think a lot of people at home might agree with that. Can we all agree on this? Shinali, are the days of the first-year analyst at Goldman doing a PowerPoint presentation with a list of demands for the C-suite, are they over?
Oh, they are surely over, because you know what? There's a pipeline of people in business school right now that are very worried about their jobs ahead. I hear it every time I walk into a bank as they go into business school. So there's somebody else in line to take their job.
I imagine there's some people at the bank, many people at the bank, that might be happy about those days being over. Shinali Basak, thank you. Alongside Mike McKee. Shinali, again, wonderful work in the last day or so. Your equity market, about 22 minutes into the session, looks like this, down 0.2% on the S&P. On the Nasdaq, we're down about 0.5%. I've talked a lot about that move in the bond market over the last couple of hours. Just a bit. Firmer Treasury market coming in. Yields lower now by almost 7 basis points on a 10-year to 3.46. On a 2-year, we're down 8 basis points on a 2-year to 4.28. You can call it 4.29. Let's get you some sector price action in the equity market. Here's Abby.
So, John, that decline that you were just talking about for the S&P 500 represents the 5th down day in a row, the longest losing streak since October 12th, so almost 2 months. But interestingly, we have more sectors higher than not.
Yeah, things are really starting to turn around here. Back to the downside. I'm seeing a bit of a nicer rebound on the dollar. It's kind of holding that support zone. So yeah, let's see if we can pull in some profit here.
We talk about it, which is the home building sector, the housing sector. Toll, they put up a great quarter, beating in a huge way, but it's the commentary that's coming out of that call, which is so interesting. They're saying that if the mortgage rate goes below 6%, things will get better. Mortgage rates today did fall for a fourth week. Now it's 6.4%. They're also talking about the fact that 20% paid in cash. The average down payment was 29%. This is the luxury segment, so it's the high end. New York City, the best. So all of this goodness may be signs of hope for housing, but down 35% on the year.
Abby, thank you. Your equity market lower too, down 4/10 on the S&P, on the Nasdaq down 0.75%. Coming up, your trading diary from New York. This is Bloomberg.
With the pace of change today, you need to quickly mobilize teams around critical business initiatives. How quickly you can pivot and align teams.
I'll keep the sushi chart up as it's the trade that we're in, and I will just get Bitcoin's chart up on here. So we've got eyes on absolutely everything.
Asana's intuitive and intelligent work management platform can absolutely help. At SAS, we love bold questions because with the right analytics, we make data do amazing things like make the world safer, faster, healthier, and kinder. All we have to do is ask the data. SAS.
So yeah, hopefully we can get a break. Still looking weak and still looking good, like in terms of getting that breakout to the downside. Yeah, Bitcoin's starting to make a slight turn again. So let's see if we can get a nice continuation here. Should need some volume to follow through. Bitcoin's still looking good. So Vid TUSDT, if you can take a look, yes, of course I can, mate. No problem at all. Let's get it up on this one. So I've not heard about it. So in terms of fundamental, or the fundamental side of it, I'd have to read up on it. But definitely on the technical side, I can take a look. No problem at all. The Vid TUSDT, yeah. Let's go for the Binance one. So, I mean, yeah, this looks like it's primed to break down lower. Very, 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 very low volume. No institutional buying action as it comes down. Obviously, we're at very strong level of support here, aren't we? This is your order block. It's almost very similar to RLC, a trade that we tried to take yesterday. Very, very similar structure, huge pumps up, and now at a very strong level of previous support. Sitting above the 200 moving average, very, very similar to RLC. RLC actually made a breakdown lower on the most recent sell-off. So yeah, it's more than likely to break through this. As you can see, so this was previous resistance, broke out and turned into new support. Look at the amount of demand that came in. Okay, here again, as it came in to test that level or this order block here for demand, very small amount. On the actual reaction, no volume, but followed through with volume. And here again, just look at this, just no volume whatsoever. Here, especially on a third test of this support, you would want to see demand really starting to come in and structure kind of rebound, a nice wick on the bottom. As you're not seeing that, it's more than likely to break through this. Okay, and your first stop after that is probably around this level here. Yeah, that's where the next area of volume is being held at. As you can see here, we're actually slightly compressing in price, actually building on a so here, very similar. Again, it's kind of similar to where sushi is kind of playing out to, compressing in price, and then we'll just get a move. And realistically, you want to be seeing spikes up in buy side at this level here. If it does break up to the top side, then we'll be coming up to this level here, probably holding, and then back down. The market is extremely bearish right now, and as you can't. Well, we're not getting any buy side here. Yeah, the buyers are going to have to find liquidity lower down, and it's going to come from these levels further down here. There's quite a lot of volume being held at this level. So as you can see just from here, okay, a lot of volume being held at that area. This will be a nice zone to look at. As you can see here from this actual previous price action, it came down and tested this level very nicely. Just here on this wick, see that, and then just exploded up. So it's likely to potentially come down to that level. This zone here, so actually, I like to work in zones, right? So this area here. This area here is where there will be demand coming into the market. So as it comes in here, yeah. So if you're looking to trade it, to go short, take a short. Just be careful, just because this is a high, it's a strong level or a key support level, that if things, well, in terms of Bitcoin, makes a slight turnaround, doesn't move fast enough, you could see a slight spike back up and then a turnaround, just because it is at a key support level. It's still quite likely that you'll see a bit of an overextension back to the upside before making that break. So ideally, you do want to see a break relatively soon, or at least a test of this 200, and then see kind of where it takes you. But this move and this breakout here will come as long as Bitcoin makes that move as well. So if Bitcoin's able to make this turn, so if Bitcoin makes a move from current price all the way back down to this low, you probably see a breakout of that support zone. But yeah, it's looking good. It's looking just very, very bearish. The only thing that's lacking is sell side volume, but the price action is looking nice. You just need a big move down, which is looking very, very likely. I'll show you what we're talking about on RLC, which is very, very similar structure. So as you can see, very, 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 very similar structure. Okay, we're just getting a slight rebound here, but again, high or a key point of support. Okay, huge spikes up, just decline in volume, no volume whatsoever, and we actually got a break at that 200 there. See, this is where vid is at, is this point here, this structure being built, and then what you will get is a push straight down. That's what you want to see, but as you can see, we're still getting very weak sell side, hence why we're getting a bit of a deeper pullback on this one. But its next move, if it breaks through here, you're more than likely to see something like this, sort of spike back up in sell side, which is exactly what you want to see. But RLC, VidT, very, very, very low levels of liquidity here. Really, no one's really getting involved. This whole volume over here was obviously a clear pump and dump, profit taking, repositioning, and then a dump. And then this is again profit taking and repositioning. So yeah, this is ready to really, really ramp it down as well. So yeah, when you start getting these huge, huge, huge wicks on the top end, or even on the bottom end, but mainly on the top end, because obviously you have spot traders taking profits. This is a pure sign of profit taking on these huge wicks. And then when you kind of get test after test, so this is a complete repositioning before making a move straight back down. So they pumped it once, pumped it twice. This was, so people got in very late on here, boom, pushed it, made some profit. Okay, came back down. They're like, yeah, let's get back in. Okay, pumped right back up. They put it back in again. More than likely lost money as they got in potentially around this level here where it's gone absolutely flying. It moved it straight back down, liquidated a whole load of people, and then one pump. Okay, people got back involved. Okay, second pump up. People got more involved, thinking, okay, we're going to break up past this point here. And then what did you get? Very fast turn back down, pushing past through this low here, as you can see, bam. And yeah, just absolutely ruined people. Yeah, stuff like this you really just want to trade on. You don't want to be buying anything on spot. It's just too dangerous. But it's always good to trade it on futures. We do love a volatile move and be in and out quick time. So, but yeah, hopefully that answered your questions on VidC anyway. As you can see, we are turning around. Yes, we are. Volume coming in. Exactly what we want to see. Now, ideally, guys, and I appreciate it. Thanks for all the details. You are more than welcome. So, structure that is being built here. Okay. If we get a breakout through this previous low, it's all it's gonna all be let loose. Bloodbath continuation for the shorts, exactly what we want to see. But just look at this. We've got so much volume coming in. What we don't really want to see is a huge wick on the bottom. Let's have a little look on the lower time frame on the 1 minute, see what sort of volume's coming in. Yeah, that's all sell side. All sell side. So guys, when you're kind of going through your time frames, right? Obviously, we use volume as a kind of fundamental part to our analysis, and it's useful. Sometimes you'll be on a high time frame, you get huge spikes up in volume, right? And it can be hidden volume. So as you go down to the lower time frames, So normally on candles on the high time frames that have big wicks and have high levels of volume coming into it, it's always useful to go down to the lower time frames just to see the true volume coming in, right? So here we got buy side volume coming in here, right? 15-minute. Okay, we go down to the 1 minute and we get to really see what sort of volume's coming in. And as you can see, it's sell side volume, right? So you kind of get one picture on one time frame, but as you go down to the lower time frames, it kind of really tells you exactly what's going on. Thanks, dude. See you again. Best of luck. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. And always feel free to come join us. We always go live Monday to Friday, London Open and New York Open. So yeah, come join us once again. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Let's see if we can get a nice turnaround here. Obviously, we're just pushing back up slightly. But yeah, we're still looking very weak for now. Dollar index is, but yeah. Here we go. See if we can get a break. Here we go. See if we can get a breakout down here. Let me just place a short position. No entry. Da, 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 da. Let's see what we can get. Currently just in profit right now. Yeah. Hopefully we can get a break. It might be the case that we continue compressing in that structure. Bitcoin's making a slight turn back around, which is great. So yeah, let's see how things kind of develop in the next few minutes. Lots of sell side on sushi coming in. Very, very short pullback. So yeah, there's a decent potential that things can break down much lower. Just need Bitcoin to really follow with it. sellers on Bitcoin starting to ramp up. So we're looking good. Mm-mm-mm. Right. Okay. So, Bitcoin is just slightly fluctuating in structure right now. Um, Seeing a little bit of a pushback up. That's also kind of to do with the dollar index still trying to find its bottom and work out which direction it wants to go. Does it want more supply and liquidity down below, or has it seen enough and is able to push up? At the moment, with its current price action, it does look like we're going to come back down into this liquidity zone here and potentially kind of push back up. So, what we can expect is a bit more structure being built up until a definitive move is made. So potentially we get it between now and about 4:30, 5 o'clock ish, as the European session closes up. Sorry, um, but yeah, it just looks like we're building up on some structure here. Bitcoin's still looking relatively weak, as you can see. Still getting quite a lot of sellers coming in, attempting to push it up. Ideally, what we want to see is a continuation of weak buy side as it pushes up. If the buyers really start to ramp up here, then it probably looks like we'll get a little bit more of a rebound um, throughout the next few hours. But again, we'll see how things kind of play out. At the moment, this is a structure that we're moving in. It is setting up for a larger move, that's for sure. But it just doesn't look like we're going to get it just yet. It will be the case of getting it in today, but obviously we've not got it in this New York opening session. In terms of sushi, okay, this is a structure that we're currently moving within. Now, if Bitcoin does make a slight push up higher, okay, one thing that we just need to bear in mind is the potential kind of break out from this structure and move to the top. So kind of switch up in the structure that it's moving within, but only briefly. I mean, if it changes to this bear flag, then we're still very much bearish. It would just slightly mean that you may have to move the stop loss just a little bit higher up. So just be careful of that and just be aware. And last thing that you want is to be clipped out. But yeah, if we break out, push towards somewhere around this region, start wicking on the top, then again, this will be the structure that we will be moving within, right? So you can either just move your stop loss a little bit higher, or again move it a bit higher and add a bit margin when prices kind of come up here, if they come up here, of course. But yeah, we'll see how things kind of develop. But yeah, that's kind of it for the New York session by the looks of it. Yeah, the price action kind of looks like we're going to get it towards that London or European close. Let's have a little look again here. Yeah, things look like they're holding currently, but a move is definitely going to happen relatively soon. So yeah, guys, as always, thank you very much for joining us on this New York opening live stream. It's always a pleasure. And yeah, hopefully Sushi can pull in some nice profits. So we'll see. It does look like the markets do want to continue back to the downside. Very, very weak buy side on this rebound. So that's a good sign that buyers are weak and sellers are going to turn this over very easily, as you can kind of see things happening now. So, yeah, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. And we shall see you all tomorrow morning for a London Open live trading session once again. So yeah, cheers, guys.